In this video, we're going to look at making a note card for our test. So you can have a half sheet of paper that I handed to you in class, or anything smaller. So first we're going to look at x and y intercepts. So let's look at an x-intercept. And to find an x-intercept, step 1, plug in y equals 0. Step 2, solve for x. Pretty straightforward. And then we have our y-intercept, pretty much the same idea. We're just going to switch the letters. Step 1, plug in x equals 0, and step 2, solve for y. Okay, so that's how we can find x-intercepts and y-intercepts. Our next big idea is our slope. And that's simply an equation or formula where we say m is equal to y2 minus y1, and we have x2 minus x1 in the denominator. And the y2, y1 are, and these are from given points, x1, y1, x2, y2. Next we'll look at our two equations for lines that we were using. So we'll have the slope-intercept form, and it's important that we keep these words, that we use the words based on what we're given. So one of the main ideas is to identify what we're given, and then if we can identify what we're given, then we can use those words to help us choose which equation to use. So if I'm given a slope and I'm given an intercept, a y-intercept, then I will use this equation. Y equals mx plus b, where m is the slope and b is the y-intercept. And so now what we can do is we can say we have the point slope equation, and this one, if we're given a point and a slope, we want to use this equation. So that can mean any random point out there in space. So we would use the equation y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, where m is the slope and x1 comma y1 is a given point. It can be given in words where they list it. It can be given as a point that's lying on a graph, and we have to identify what the x and y value is. So there's all kind of different ways to think about that. Okay, next we'll fill in this bottom with our parallel and perpendicular lines, and then we're done. So we'll have parallel lines, and parallel lines have identical slopes, identical in value and in sign. And then we'll have perpendicular slopes, perpendicular lines. And perpendicular lines have opposite and, it's really important, that and part, have opposite and reciprocal slopes. So that slope value is both opposite and it's reciprocal. So say we're given a slope of 3/2, the perpendicular would be the opposite, negative, and reciprocal, so 2/3. So if we're given 3/2, we'd have negative 2/3 as our perpendicular slope. Okay, so you'll be allowed to use this on your test on Thursday if you have it on Tuesday. So thank you very much and have a great day.